All right, 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Welcome back to the show. And today I've got something I believe was really going to hit home for you. Hit home for me, that's for sure. And it's a concept that we know all too well, but we don't always act upon it. We've always been told to dream big, right? But here's the truth. Dreaming big is the easy part. What really matters is believing big. Because you got to believe big if you want to become big. So let me share with you a story that I picked up from Greg Harden's book, Stay Sane in an Insane World. And Greg Harden counseled a lot of famous athletes there at Michigan University. Tom Brady, Michael Phelps, and he talks about a young Michigan football player named Desmond Howard. Now, we all know Desmond Howard as the Heisman Trophy winner and Super Bowl MVP, but back then, Desmond Howard wasn't the legend that we recognize today. He was just a frustrated young athlete. See, in high school, Desmond was a star running back, but when he got to Michigan, they moved him to wide receiver, and he felt like that the coaches didn't see his talent like so many athletes do in this situation, and he thought about transferring to another school to get a shot. But Greg Harden told him something that changed his life forever. Harden told him, if you believe in yourself, there's only one way to change things. You need to start doing everything different. You got to walk different. You got to think different. You got to prepare different. You got to play different. Everything must change. And Desmond took that to heart, and he became relentless. He didn't just dream big. He believed big. He became the world's greatest expert on himself, and he stopped worrying about what others thought and focused on himself and went all in. Now, here's the thing. Dreaming big is the easy part. We all have big dreams. But the real question is, are you believing big enough to actually become the version of yourself that can achieve those dreams? Are you obsessed with being the world's greatest expert on yourself? So let me give you 3 actionable steps. Just 3 actionable steps that I want you to take away from this episode and begin applying to your life. Number 1, turn dreaming into believing. Like I said, it's easy to dream. But believing means you accept that dream is true. And I want you to ask yourself right now, do you really believe in your dream? Or is it just a hope? See, belief requires commitment. It requires confidence. And confidence is earned. It's not given. It requires relentless focus, single-minded focus, tuning out the world, focused on what you've got to do, and being obsessed with being a higher version of yourself. So I want you to take a minute and write down one big dream that you have. Then underneath it, 3 reasons why you believe it's possible. Don't get all woo-woo on it. Don't get all out there. Just keep it simple. Don't try to figure out how or when. What you do is the most important thing. Because, see, you got to start training your mind to see that dream not just as a fantasy, but something that's achievable. It's achievable, but you got to work that dream. And you got to believe big to become big. The second thing is you got to become the world's greatest expert on yourself. Dude, I threw the pen down when I read this part. Become the world's greatest expert on yourself. See, Desmond Howard became relentless in his pursuit of becoming the best version of himself. He studied his habits, his tendencies, and he performed under pressure. See, most of us become experts in what we do, but we're amateurs in who we are. We do. What you do, your job, your profession, it's just a vehicle. I'm a podcaster. I'm in sales. That's what I do. And I'm an expert in what I do, but I've been an amateur in who I am. And it's only once I commit to a process every single day have I learned to become an expert on myself. And I'm working every day to become the world's greatest expert on myself. So that means that I have to not only learn and study, not only myself and others, emulate others too, but study and learn not just what I'm doing when I'm winning, but also understanding, knowing myself when I'm not winning, when I'm feeling sorry for myself, when I'm a little soft, when I've allowed some things to creep back in, when I get off track, when I get out of rhythm, when I just want to relax. I got to know myself. I got to know my tendencies. And the tendencies will take you down. I say tendencies are destructive behaviors. Habits are productive actions that I can take every single day. So I want you to start studying yourself. Just carve out 10 minutes. In the morning, dude, you've got to put yourself first and carve out just 10 minutes and reflect on your actions and your thoughts and your emotions. This is why I say write at least one page every single day. Just roll with it and see where it takes you. When I've been at my lowest points, I wrote letters to myself as if I was writing to a friend. Man, this is what I'm struggling with. And I would write back to myself, giving myself advice. Because, it's so true. We give others advice, but we don't heed our own advice. It's like we just totally forgot when we're in the shitter. So one mechanism that has worked very powerfully for me is to write letters to myself. And as I advanced beyond that, I began to just unspool my thoughts, reflect on my day, my aha moments, my down moments, my slips, my embarrassing moments, my frustrations, and how can I correct it? This is so important. Write down when you're at your best. Write down when you struggle. This is how you understand yourself better. Get off social media. Stop scrolling. Stop letting the world pour into you, and you seal out the world and pour into yourself and become the world's greatest expert on yourself. Understanding yourself. I can't emphasize this enough. Understanding yourself better will help you align your actions with your beliefs. This is what brings an awareness to what you do, an intention. Be deliberate in everything that you do. Which brings me to my third point. Do more of what aligns with your belief and less of what doesn't. If you want to believe big and become big, then you got to start trimming the fat in your life. That means focusing on what aligns with your highest self and eliminating those distractions. In short, do more of what works and less of what doesn't. If what you do aligns, feeds a belief in yourself and who you're becoming, belief, accepting is true, becoming is to turn into. And if what you're doing feeds that, do more of that. But if what you're doing or about to do or thinking about doing, if that derails you and takes you away from it and you got to work back to it, do less of that shit. A simple act. Just look back at yesterday and write it down and ask yourself, did the things that I did yesterday, don't beat yourself up, just bring an awareness to it. Did the things that I did yesterday align with the person I want to become? If not, start reducing them and eventually cut them out of your life. And if they did contribute to who you believe yourself to be and become, double down on that. So here's the thing. You got to have a process. A process is not that complicated. I beat the drum all the time, but I'm relentless about this because this is what's going to keep you focused, purposeful, deliberate. This is what makes you consistent in a world full of inconsistencies. You don't need a magic formula. You just got to stay in alignment with who you're becoming. My process is simple. Everybody who's been listening to me, at least for the last 2 years, can sing along. I wake up at a set time. I write at least 1 page every day. Empty your mind to clarify your thoughts. I read 15 minutes every day. Random reading. This is where this inspiration for this came. Instead of just powering through a book, I picked a chapter, and it's funny, man, how God will just pull up the chapter of the book, and you read that, and you're like, God dang, I needed that today. So read 15 minutes, random reading. If something, you got something out of it, write it down and interpret it. I like to read, then write, because a lot of times what I read created a spark, and I run with that spark. 20 minutes to write. So 15 minutes to read, 15, 20 minutes to write. Work out every single day. And when I say workout, man, it could be some cardio. It could be some weights. It could be both. Or it could be just some movement, man. Just get some movement on. When you feel like something's kind of derailing you, go for a walk. Go clear your mind and get some movement in. Swing your arms around a little bit. Rotate them like you're warming up. Swing side to side. Shit, go to a playground. Go on the monkey bars if your shoulders don't pop out of socket. Get on a swing set. Get on a bike. Just get some movement in, man. Change the scenery up. So work out every single day. And then I design my day in advance. I call it design to align. I know what I'm going to eat. I know what I'm doing that day. I know what I'm focused on. I know who I am. And I'm earning that every day, man. There are parts of myself that try to overtake and try to steal who I've become and try to rob me of that, my old self. It's there every day. It never goes away. But I gotta earn that confidence. I gotta stay in alignment. I gotta work that process. And there are new versions of myself. It's like software, man. You didn't buy the phone and didn't update it anymore. It changes all the time, right? Because there's new programming. Same is true for you. When you read more, you think different, you play different, you prepare different. When you're writing, new insights, all kind of different things like that, man. The world is a beautiful place, and you get to work in wonder and awe and not wandering around like a mindless drunk down Bourbon Street. It's so important. And then lastly, share something of value. Everybody's an expert at something. I happen to do it on a podcast. But just bring something productive to the table. Increase someone's life today. Add a plus to their life. Because the world is just subtracting. It's just taken away from them. Give them a compliment. Help them become a better version of themselves. Don't preach to them. Just help them out in that situation. You'll feel better about it. And they'll become better too. That's my process. It's simple. It keeps me focused. And it keeps me becoming, which is ever fluent, the best version of myself. That's what I do. And that's what I want for you. Don't just dream big. Dreams are easy. Everybody dreams big. But that's where it goes. Out the window. But that's it. It dies right there. It dies on the vine. So don't just dream big. You got to believe big to become big. Commit to the process. Be deliberate. Be obsessed with becoming the world's greatest expert on yourself. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonated with you, I challenge you, man. Take action. Start believing big today. Believe big to become big. Believe, accept is true. Become to turn into. So believe big to become big. If you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review to help get the word out. Share this episode with someone else who needs to hear it. And if you want more episodes, you can go to marshbuice.com. That's my name.com, MARSHBUICE. And there you will find over 1,000 pieces of content to help you believe big so you can become big. Let's get out of here. Keep it simple. Keep it moving. Never settle. Stay tough. Peace.